Hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. I can't sleep. I can't. Hi the Happy. How you doing? Hi the Cryptic. Hi, welcome again. Yeah, again Skid, again. I can't sleep. My insomnia is hitting hard. And so we're gonna do a live stream to put me to bed. To really get me to fall asleep, you know? I'm gonna get some tea. Okay. So, will it really, well hopefully it will put me to sleep. Because we'll be doing the most boring thing I can imagine. Isn't that a nice hook to a live stream? Hey everyone, tune in, we're about to do the boring thing. It's obviously going to be coding, programming, whatever you want to call it. This little goober. That's because, hi Black Thunder, how you doing?
Oh, you know.
I know, I get it. Usually I sleep till the sun rises, helps me calm my mind.
You know, they make one of those for nighttime. It's called a sunset.
Okay. Today, I did some off-stream... I did some off-stream working, some off-stream inventing. And first of all, I printed the parts we've designed. That's the first thing I did. And then second thing, I set up the Raspberry Pi Zero. I removed the operating system again, and this time I replaced it with a 64-bit OS Lite, which does not have a desktop environment, which it basically means it just doesn't have like the desktop typical thing, and the only way you can access it is through a terminal. And it's convenient because now I've tested everything, and basically I can just turn it on and SSH works, and we can just connect to it and access it if we want to. And so today I made a list of things to do. There's not a lot, but I imagine we're gonna like fail around 3, maybe 4. So it's not a lot, but I doubt we'll get through it today. So yeah, let's do it. It's meant to be boring. It's gonna be boring. It's not gonna be exciting. It's gonna be... Okay, first we have test uploading code to Raspberry, which means what I need to do... I've seen this when PC cables make a cordless nose than string theory. There's a theory specifically for the knots. It's called the knot theory, and it's the dumbest thing you could imagine. Okay.
Oh, I can't believe it's the dumbest thing I could imagine.
Okay, hold on. Let me just plug in the Raspberry. Alright. Raspberry plugged in. Usually takes a second for it to start. But basically, we're gonna start the terminal. What we'll need from this terminal is, first of all, we're gonna be coding in Linux. So obviously, we need to open up our Windows Linux. My Linux on Windows. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now we have Linux. Isn't that lovely? Hi, the Stump. Hi. So now we have Linux. It's going to be coding in, and then another thing for which we'll need yet another terminal, for which I'm going to use this one. Something is off. There we go. And this terminal is going to be SSH, make it at 192.168.107.
This begs for a
There we go.
Oh no.
No, not again.
Please stop giving money to people that need it.
In €1 increments, right? Like, if you went to some kind of charity to donate $100 in pennies, they would tell you to piss off.
Are you sure?
I feel like, yeah, they might. In pennies, that's 10,000.
I'm going to test that.
Where are you gonna get 10,000 pennies?
A bank. I'm not gonna do it all in the same day.
How long do you think? How much do you think a banking? No, I'm getting sidetracked of your bullshit. No, I won't let it. The point is, this is the SSH, so this is actually Raspberry Pi Zero. If I run something here, like for example, if I run, I don't know, ls, we're nowhere, obviously, then this runs on the Raspberry Pi. So we can do make dir. Actually, we're gonna leave it there. That's proper. The point is, this entire command line is on the Raspberry Pi Zero, on that device. So when I run something here, this isn't running on my computer. It's running on that little guy. And so the reason why it's going to be useful is because actually we do need to run something I just realized, and that's we're going to need to clone the repository we just cloned in as well, which will be which one? I have so many repositories in GitHub. You just sort them by date. There we go. It's going to be this one. Git clone. Okay, sudo apt install git.
Oh man.
Hi, I can see how you doing.
Hello.
Sorry, run. There we go. Why is the French language pack back on? I'm not deleting it this time, Kevin, because this time I actually am gonna, use it. I'm gonna use the operating
Use
system.
French?
I'm gonna use the operating system this time. One day maybe
Are you
we'll
gonna
see.
use the French finally? They use for something.
Okay. Now we do this. Perfect. And now we do ls. We have the mask. Begs the question, how do you update a repository? Yeah, whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a folder, which will be the main. This time we're gonna achieve stuff. Yeah, we're gonna actually, as I mentioned, I am insomniac right now. Insomnia is hitting me hard. I cannot sleep. And as such, I'm gonna do the most boring thing I can imagine on a live stream. Which means I'm actually gonna be productive and do something useful.
I would argue
Smash cut,
Factory is
30
somehow more
minutes later,
boring.
snoring.
We need 3 more people talking at the same time, guys. This is ridiculous. Come on.
Okay, I'll invite someone.
Okay. First, let's do it shrimply enough, okay? Include standard io.h void main return. Okay, simple as it could be. Very shrimple, I might even say.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do build. That's gonna be our build directory, and then in git ignore, hopefully build. I think that's how it goes, right? Okay, that ain't great. That's not bad. Now if I do gcc mask c output build name mask c, right? Because it's main mask. I'm an idiot. Perfect. And the build is grayed out. The main one is grayed out. You can't see it, but I can, so just trust me on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I caught every mask making stream. Did you catch?
I think it was the
Might have.
last one.
No, Stamp might have called every single one. It's just that. Wait, but when did what happen? Shrimp. Complex intelligent creatures. So this is paradox, a shrimply paradox.
You telling me it's from fried this rice?
You telling me a gingerbread this man? Alright, build main. Wow, it works. Color me impressed. Git add everything. Git commit all the message initial test. I cannot. Oh, I can. That's weird. Oh wait, no, I can commit. I can't push it, can I? Okay, git push. That seemed to have done the trick. Okay, let's see it. There we go. It has main. Splendid. Now the question is, how do we update a repository? Because honestly, I usually just code in a single machine. Git update. Wait, git pull. I'm an idiot. Right, git pull. That was easy. And now we do gcc main mask c output just main. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. I meant main. I meant my brain isn't braining. Executable file. There we go. Perfect. It's funny that it defaults for it being a directory, and I just can't create another file that's also called main. Wow, it works. Splendid. You know what we just did? We just ran the code on Raspberry Pi. Isn't that something? Hi, make it. I only came here to say good night. Oh, that's a dick move. That's a dick move. Meanie. All right. So
Wow.
there
I
we
have a silly
go.
question.
You always do. You really always do. Go on.
Well, I'm trying to teach myself C, so it's applicable this time. Why does I'm familiar with other languages, but why do you have to preface main with void?
Because that's the type your function is returning.
Why does
Good.
it have to return anything?
Well, because that's just how functions work in C. They always
Oh,
return something.
it's just how it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So void is just, well, void is the data type that has no size. So if you do void main, then it returns nothing.
If you do int main and then return a number, it'll be fine too.
Yeah. What's more is that
Oh,
I
okay.
usually do it with int main, because when you do it with int main, you either return 0. Hold on, I need to do it. GCC main.
Oh, is that how like the error things work?
Yeah.
Like,
So, for
process
example,
completed
Yeah.
with
if I
blanks?
right now do A, then it works just fine. But if I return anything else, like a 1, and then repeat the process, then you can see I get an X at the bottom. Because by default, and that's kind of a standard throughout not only operating systems but like programs, 0 means something executed successfully. The reason why is
There have been
because
0 problems.
I mean, yeah, because the basic idea is that when you have true or false statements, then 0 is false and any other number is true. That's how logic works. And so it's easier to check that way, because if something works correctly, then you don't really care. But if something works incorrectly, then you want to know why. And so any other number is an error. So that tells you what error happened. And so usually, I think like this.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, that's wrong. What is it? Oh, it is correct. Right. There we go. This can give you like the return value of the previous program. All right, but doesn't matter. We're getting sidetracked. The point is, we did the first thing on our list already. It worked. The thing is, the problem is I don't know exactly how difficult all of these things will be, because for some of them, on paper, all of them should be simple. But like we know by now that they won't be simple, because just because something is on paper don't mean it's real. And as such, I imagine some problems will pop up. The command line will be probably the most difficult one, because I honestly just don't know how to do it. So that it is not even simple on paper. Void consumes, gotta feed it. Mickey, what are you doing to celebrate the 4th of July? It's already 5th of July where I live.
It's 5th of
Missed
July.
it.
You missed it.
Okay.
Did you drink heavily and blow things up yesterday?
I do it every day. Why would that be different?
He blew me up. Does it
Well,
count?
did you do it outside?
No, gross! Ah!
Right, I forgot you're a programmer.
I'm a mad scientist, is my thing. Fake American. Okay, fuck. Swarm? I don't remember. Oh yeah, this one. Good. Swell. So right here, the... Fuck me, shit, piss, damn it.
Yeah.
One generalized function, that's idiotic. I forgot how dumb all of this was. There we go. This is the thing we're looking for. So right here we're gonna have util, because we wanna keep everything clean and tidy, and it's gonna be debug h. I just remembered that debug requires a whole bunch of more. It requires mkt floor, which, why would it? I'm pretty certain if you cast it as an int, then it should be. Okay, just cast it as an int. Will it work? Ah, we're about to find out. We're all going on this adventure together. Extend long step, and then shit. There are countries outside the United States. That's fake. That
I
no,
don't believe it.
that's not real. Black Thunder, you're American. You wouldn't know. Are there any countries outside the United States?
Like maybe Canada, but not for long.
No, that's a state. You idiot.
Yeah, that's what I. Well, not yet.
Where is Antarctica?
That's a continent.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm American and I know that, so you must have been really wrong.
As someone from outside the US, I can confirm I do not exist. Oh yeah, no wait, there are countries outside the US. California, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, something like
those
that.
godless commie liberals.
Schedulers can't stop blowing hot men. How is it possible?
Hi Hatake, how you doing?
I'm just here to confirm my infacts do not exist.
Yeah, that's
Okay, why are you here? It's 1 a.m.
Why are you here? It's 1 a.m.
It's like 7:30.
Lies.
By the way, where are you? Did you already blow up the fireworks at the airport?
Not yet. Also, I did that yesterday too.
When are you gonna do it then? Because if it's 7, that's
Like 3 hours.
right. 10 p.m. That's a reasonable time. I suppose it'll look
I
nice.
can see the sun still.
That's a fair point.
So,
Then. Yeah, okay, fair point.
yes, I will be going in all black. Yes, I am self-reporting on YouTube.
I am going to blow up flight number 378
Minecraft.
in Terraria. Shit. I mean, piss.
So, in modded Minecraft.
Isn't Terraria Minecraft indeed?
Okay.
You know what oh yeah, I did some research as well off stream, and for the mask, I was looking into, because I want to have the Iron Man HUD, right? And like, it's such a bitch. What I was expecting is some kind of. I found only one good solution, because projectors are really messy. I don't know if I could fit that cleanly, and that is clear OLED display. But there's like, I don't know, 2 of them, 2 modules, and they are so difficult to get hold of. So like eventually what I would like to do is I would like to, instead of, I would like to just have this as instead of, there we go. This is the one I'll probably use.
So you're trying to put display in your fucking like eyes, basically.
Yeah.
Like in your.
And so
Would
basically,
that work? Could you like have focus on that?
yeah,
Or would it be too
Actually,
close?
hold on.
I could focus on it easily. This is the best thing I came up with, which is a clear OLED, which I just install like a window. The only problem is that it's shite, which makes sense because it's a pretty cheap part. For all things considered, it's like $20. Still funny that this is almost twice as expensive as a Raspberry Pi Zero. So it's much more expensive than a typical OLED display. But
Also, wouldn't it like be bad for your eyes to put like OLED in your fucking basically
Oh
next to your
no!
eyes.
Oh no! It'll be bad for my eyes. Sorry, guys. I won't be able to do the full Iron Man mask.
Well, I
It
know
would
your
be.
life expectancy is already like 5
Obviously,
years
it's like
anyway, but
not the
like
healthiest,
come on.
not the healthiest thing ever, but like we're literally staring at the screen right now. We've been for
Well,
hours
but you're not like
lately.
you're not having like your stream is like 1 centimeter away from your eyes, you know.
So, yeah, I mean that's
I
very
mean,
in character
it's
of
gonna
me.
be worse than having a VR headset on.
Well, ideally, I should do
I
it
guess
because
VR are a thing.
I mean, not even VR. AR glasses are a thing.
Actually, with VR headsets getting more and more compact with the big screen and the big screen beyond and the big screen beyond too.
Yeah, just spend like
Just
$1,200 on.
just wait a few more
Apple.
years and they'll be like the size of actual just glasses.
AR glasses already fucking exist.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm not trying to make a VR headset because I think it's a bit. It doesn't sit right with me.
See out.
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. The idea of having like when the power goes out in the mask, everything going dark, it doesn't feel right with me. So instead, I would prefer to have it as AR. So I would be able to like if for some weird reason the battery just decharges, then I would be able to still see.
Wait,
Another
They
thing,
have
Weird reason,
power
like
source.
using it.
another idea I had, but I would need to like implement like a click system instead of press and hold. Was having a magnet actually close the mask, but I would need to design some kind of a click system.
Yeah, but
Because
also hear me out on the VR aspect. If you turn off the infrared filter, you basically got a night vision setup in the mask.
yeah, but you know I can like a couple of things.
But it
That,
also needs still the source of infrared. It's not an analog device. It's a
couple of things
digital
that
one, but
I'm just gonna add cameras.
something.
I'm just gonna add cameras that go beyond the human visible light spectrum, and then I can just display what they see on the displays.
Fair.
That's
But
what I'm gonna do.
But wouldn't the camera be a bit misaligned from your eyes? Like, obviously, yeah, you would see the stuff from the cameras, from the displays, but how do I put it? Trying to do actually any kind of activities like walking around or driving even would end in a catastrophe.
Well, it'd be slightly uncomfortable.
Or driving.
Slightly.
Or driving
Yeah.
even. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
your eyes
simple
are a little
thing.
farther apart than you're used to. It's something you get used to. Okay. It's not.
It's not even
some
gonna be farther
crazy-
apart if you have a single camera. Then you just display. You don't have depth perception. That's what you lose. Yes, if you use a single camera that way.
Yeah.
That's
Do
it.
you need depth perception on your fucking AR?
Well, no, with AR, none of these problems exist because it's AR. That's the point. That's why it's. I
keep
prefer.
forgetting AR means augmented reality to all of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose.
Oh yeah, right. Like explaining what are we actually talking about to the audience sounds like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, so I personally prefer AR. I don't know how about you. You know, I just feel like it
I'm more
makes
of an
more sense.
SNW fan.
You know, when you're driving
Honestly, I
around.
prefer meditating in the forest and practicing my swordsmanship.
Yeah, I you know when I'm driving around, I think AR is a much better option because when the power runs out, you can still do what you came to do. You know.
You can always take the goggles off.
That's not goggles.
very hard to
It's
go
a
wrong with a
fucking
vanilla, though.
mask.
I can always take the
The thing I was
off
saying, by the way, before
face.
you so rudely interrupted me about 10 minutes ago, was I also wanted to do a magnetic lock on it. I would need to design a click system, however, because if I do it with push and hold, then that means that the mask will, when the power runs out, the mask will either fall off, or I won't be able to take it off. And I don't know which one is worse for me, to be completely honest.
Make
Yeah,
it
make a
comfortable
full fucking
first.
spring lock suit.
I mean, can you? I mean, I genuinely think mask falling off would be worse for me than it just locking on. Because when it's locked on, all I need to do is just recharge it. That's it. And that.
Sounds great, Mr. Afton.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just sleep on something more comfortable. Is mask not just elaborate goggles? No, because the mask eventually is gonna make its way around my entire head. It's like eventually.
I think we have a word for that.
I'm gonna keep expanding it until it engulfs the entire Earth. That's what we're gonna do.
Mask update part 577. I've added fingers to the gloves.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it feels like that in a bit of time.
I'm gonna get there eventually.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
won't.
I crave the strength and certainty of PLA.
Nah,
it's PEG.
PEG.
Coward.
Screw PLA.
Eventually, I will have to start doing the ABS though, because PEG is still pretty flimsy.
You could also switch to metal.
Actually, I have a good video.
Good night, Caper. Good night. Have a good one.
Have a cold night. I have a solid video about printing with nylon. I can just send the link to you. You check it out later.
I refuse to watch any. People already send me so many videos on the topic without realizing that I absolutely hate when people backseat me. I hate it with a burning passion. I say expanding it.
Oh right, yeah, there are links on the channel. Oh damn.
Okay, we have. I do FBA builds, and then just bash. It's funny because when okay, so the Raspberry Pi Zero, by the way, has a single LED, and that LED is there not for power, not for when it's on, only for drive. Whenever it's manipulating the drive, manipulating the storage, and it's so funny that whenever I do something like mkdir build, the LED just flashes because I'm making a folder. It's absolutely hilarious. So, for example, if I do bash builds right now,
The thinking light.
it really is. It's so cute. My goodness.
If you put a whole server in the mask, can you call it your thinking cap?
Yeah. I mean, I will. Can't stop me. Debug C not such file. Oh yeah, right. Because I didn't. Fuck. Okay. Build. Just realize I forgot. I need bash build. What the fuck? Wait, how do you run it? Sorry, what now? Oh, because I'm on the Windows. There we go. Now I'm on Linux. That now it worked. Let me just switch to Linux real quick. I still find it hilarious. Okay, splendid. Didn't error. That's good so far. Now let's do include util debug h. Yeah. Includes splendid. Also didn't break. That's fair. Debug test. Let's try it. Well, fuck.
Fun fact, there is a murdered out black SUV sitting outside my house right now.
Is it related to the fireworks plan?
Maybe.
Okay.
Not in a way I want.
Do you have a backdoor you can exit out of?
I am on the second floor in a city block.
Defenestration.
Evan? You could try changing your VPN location to the exact coordinates of that SUV, start cursing at gods and wait for the thunder to strike them.
There's no.
They will, in
That's
fact,
not gonna
not.
save me.
They're
Go
not
outside.
gonna be prepared for it.
Go outside and yell, Zeus, those guys said you were a prick. Doesn't even track record of lightning strike, actually.
It just hit me again.
You would just...
So stand close enough to the car so that they also get caught in
Actually,
the-
you might have a
Flames.
supreme superpower in Black Thunder. Because Zeus refuses to kill you. Because if he kills you, he can strike you with lightning again. So you can just walk around, you know, getting people struck by lightning. Barely
I'm
getting
not
out
sure
alive.
that's how electricity
What?
works.
What is that fucking logic?
What in the modded Minecraft is that train of thought?
I mean, it's kind of like with me and the BMWs. They refuse to kill me because if I were dead, they wouldn't be able to hit me again.
Yeah, Mustangs don't have that problem.
Yeah, because
Build
there's
yourself
not
a-
that many of them.
Build
Poland.
yourself a Faraday cage suit. No, because then all of my internal parts wouldn't be able to connect to a mothership.
Yeah,
I mean, it would be uncomfortable. $200 charity means nothing nowadays. But don't say that. This is fucking stump. Come on.
Then give 20. And draw a tiny middle finger on each dollar bill.
Where's the Make It mask? Releasing for the ripped for her pleasure, releasing to the general public. When my Patreon money dries up and I need to switch to other methods. But I'm gonna rip out all of the electronics for cost cutting. Just holy shit! I just realized I genuinely can add like idiotic features like vibrate, for example, to the mask.
You could,
I don't think that would be an idiotic
but
feature.
like,
I think what would that
I'm
be
sure it would
useful for?
dramatically
It's
change
I'm
Checkup
sure
from
you
the
would have
Russians.
a lot of use out of it.
And like in 3 years, you know, when I'm getting chased by I don't know, some kind of multinational terrorist organization, and I end up in this one scenario where actually I'm almost gonna die, but the vibrate feature of the mask would save me in some way, and I'm gonna have such an egg on my face.
Well, that is one way of saying it.
I really don't want to add like self-destruct feature would be fun.
that's like yeah. No, instead of spring locking onto your face when the fire when it's out of power, it just self-destructs.
I would just like to mention the holy shit, it just hit me in Iron Man, right? Like,
Yeah.
at the end of Iron Man 3, Tony Stark says, like, Jarvis, destroy all the suits or something. And they actually blow up. The balls on this man to actually design a self-destruct feature into a suit.
To be fair, I think those suits were supposed to be autonomous.
He wasn't fucking wearing them!
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but not at the time.
I don't remember too much. From
No, you know what happened?
No, I'm thinking of Ultron.
Yeah, what happened at the end of Iron Man 3 is that he killed the main villain of the movie by putting on his suit onto the villain and then blowing it up. Which means you
So based.
can... The balls on this man to put a self-destruct feature on a suit.
As
But you
if
see, he's a super
As if-
turbo genius.
as if flying in those suits wasn't ballsy enough.
No, flying, like that halfway can get behind that because he can clearly fall and still survive in it. But, like, the self-destruct feature... Okay, super turbo genius maybe, but, like, there's always a chance, you know?
Most things have a self-destruct feature.
No, they fucking don't! No, they fucking don't! Name me one thing that has a self-destruct feature.
A fucking gearbox.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't handle it properly.
I was thinking about everything from the
And
Iron Man
since a
movies anymore.
shitload of
You know
things have gearboxes.
You know what's
they
funny,
also
Theo?
have a hidden self-destruct feature.
You know what's funny, Theo? I haven't seen a single Iron Man movie in years. And I still...
Oh, I haven't seen them since they came
The
out.
appendix. Well, name one thing that has a self-destruct feature. Humans do.
Fair.
One, I wouldn't call humans a thing. I would call them animals. Two, I wouldn't call it the appendix. I would call it depression.
I would call it cancer.
That's disrespectful for the animals.
Honestly, cannot remember if 1.
Well, we move a
I
little
am-
more than mushrooms and eat a little more than trees.
Hmm.
So I'd say we're animals.
Yeah, but like animals are kind of easier to get along with. I mean,
Are
to
they?
deal with wild boars, you just have to stay in place and calm your breath, and they then just kind of stare at you for a moment and just walk in another direction as if nothing ever happened. People aren't that easy to deal with.
And or maybe people aren't that easy to deal with you.
Usually, okay, it depends on the city, but when I'm late during the nights, still at Katowice, if I'm on a trip there, uh, running into humans usually ends with a physical confrontation because
Yeah,
they
because you mean you're
can't
supposed to
calm
no
the
no
fuck
no
down
no
for
no.
us.
You're supposed to
reason.
run around them. That's yeah, I got that wrong all the time as well. You're supposed to around them. That's why the
Hold them
physical
over.
yeah, that's why the physical confrontation. That's where it stems from. Make it is a thing in my fantasies. Oh, stop it, you flirt.
Oh.
A refrigerator. I so badly wanna.
You.
I do need to probably make a
Who
rule.
needs a coolant in a suit if you can have a wall refrigerator?
You know what's
And
funny?
it
In
helps you
Botti,
like,
actually,
Yeah.
I can make a self-destruct feature in Botti.
oh,
Wow.
You're genuinely asking me why, as if that's a question we're concerned with. No,
He
but
wants to be Iron Man.
I want to be. I just. But okay.
Listen,
You know what's
you can't achieve greatness aiming small.
okay? But to be
Put
fair,
self-destruct features in your creations.
the problem is that I probably can't really put a self-destruct feature in Botti because that would be kind of an IED again. Why does everything, including rocket fuel, cause it to be an IED? I can't
It's
make.
got a lithium-ion battery, right?
Can't stop making bombs.
Why can't I stop making bombs? It's so annoying because there
Are
are
you
so many
implying-
fun
Are you
things.
implying that your creations can have a negligent discharge? Nah, can't be right.
Yeah, because the thing is, I know how to like if I wanted to make a button and where if you press it, body explodes. Like I can do that. I know how to, but but like if I do it, then effectively becomes a remote controlled bomb, alright? Which is not something I should upload to YouTube.
Just like the end of Iron Man 3.
No, officer, you don't get it. It was an
So-
Iron Man reference. That's what I'm doing.
I just love that Tony Stark guy. He reminds me of Elon Musk.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, technically, Teslas do have a fucking self-destruct feature.
Yeah, but it usually doesn't function as a self-destruct.
No, I mean, it
feature,
functions, it distracts
like
pretty well.
I mean, yeah, it self-destructs really well, but the issue is that it's usually a negligent discharge, not a planned one. That's the main issue with Teslas. And putting out the fire requires tech we don't have in Poland, so
You can't just wait.
No, we haven't invented time yet.
well, I mean, you can
Ah.
just wait, but there's some issues if, for example, the Tesla catches fire in an underground parking lot. You can't just wait it out calmly.
I mean,
It causes
you
some
can.
more inconveniences to the environment.
I would say that unless you're
Oh,
stuck
no.
in then you very much can wait it out. I have. Every single Tesla fire that ever happened on the planet, I have myself waited out. I haven't extinguished a single one.
True.
Not everyone can do it, but that's just a skill issue.
Why is the mask still fucking there? How do I remove something? Okay.
Elon Musk would have been cool if he wasn't into politics. Imagine a rich billionaire does random crazy projects just for the sillies. I agree with you to a point because it's not just that he's into politics, but also his
He was-
projects are stupid.
Yeah, he was
He
fucking
he
stupid before he
uninvented
got
the
stupid.
subway.
Imagine if I had all the money. Yeah.
I'm not imagining. I'm working on making it happen.
Elon Musk would
Well-
have been cool if he wasn't into politics, marginal rich billionaires, sit around a crazy stuff project for his cities. You just described Make It. He's literally Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Alex, yeah.
You just said Elon Musk is Ryan Gosling.
No, he just
Oh.
said
No,
that.
it's Make It is Ryan
I
Gosling.
am Ryan
Oh, you're
Gosling.
reading that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Nice,
reading.
Ryan Gosling.
I'm reading comments together. Yeah, I don't interpret every single comment separately. I have that ability. Oh, fuck off, Theo. No, that's not even funny. I'm not even going to chuckle at that. That's just gross.
No,
Ryan Kid is better. Stay there. My
Yeah, I'm
Make It Gosling. That make it fun. Love so much. All right.
not Ghostlit, more like Gooselit, since Ghostling is a small goose. I mean, Ghostlit kind of is, but it sounds stupid. Gooselit also does sound
Ghostlit?
stupid, but
doesn't sound like a
and I
slur.
got lost in thought. I have no idea what I was going for.
Ryan, the Make It Gosling. It's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Which that time when
Or Jim the Mascari.
Jim the Mascara, yeah. My cousin, funny enough.
Yeah, since I'm the Ryan Gosling stunt double, I'll be putting out all the fires on the negligent.
Ryan Gosling stunt
Just-
double. That's like from that movie, The Fall Guy.
On the yeah, I was
Wait,
about to
if Ryan Gosling was playing the Ryan Gosling stunt double, does that mean Ryan Gosling is literally me? Hold up.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wasn't it supposed to be the other way around?
Now it's time to be reveal. You are not you.
What's the name of the test from Blade Runner?
Ah,
fuck.
I forgot the name.
Good question. Why is that name of a fucking thing?
But I'll probably pass it. I'm really good at shooting.
Oh shit! Fuck! Piss! Damn it! This could be difficult. This could be really difficult. I might have dug myself into a bit of a... That's because I just realized that in order for it to be proper, I would need the command line ideally to be asynchronous, which would mean I need to... Fuck! Gosling these... I wish. Could be just... That's SN print, isn't it? Oh, that's a lot more than just SN print. Read line. Oh! Oh! Oh!
So sad that
Oh.
Ligma died of Gosling.
Who the fuck is Steve Jobs?
Make it happen.
It's so fucking random, I love it.
And we all understand it completely. That's the best part.
Welcome to another class on meta irony. Oh, it's so shite. Ryan, these goose. Ah. I do have to say,
I do have to say, proceed to say nothing.
okay. Damn it, I started the stream so I would fucking get like exhausted. Not to laugh at Gosling these
I mean,
nuts.
it's 2 a.m. Almost.
2 a.m. is peak inventing time. It really is. Which always
Isn't
scares
that
me. I can.
3 a.m. though? I mean, I guess it depends on the person.
It stretches. It's in my case. I'm flexible.
I mean, it depends on the time of the year also, because at 3 a.m. right now the sun starts to
Yeah, I mean,
rise a bit, so
as
it's
well-
better for walks.
yeah, I mean
And
atmospheric
inventions
pressure.
are, and time for inventions is like sometime before the sunrise. So yeah, 2 a.m. fits.
Yeah, I would say atmospheric pressure is also a bit of a factor. All right, this is proper. I've disassembled the mask, by the way, because I reprinted these. So these are the new ones, which means we need to remove everything, remove all of the screws and such.
Oh no.
Laughing.
What square screws?
I mean, listen, you're the ones that started the conversation on Ryan Gosling. Screwing is just natural follow up. Wait, this doesn't make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are only 6 connections. What? Why did I print 8 of them? Whatever. As if, you know what? Yeah, why is not a question to be asked. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only appropriate place where we ask why is why doesn't it work, not why are you doing something. Oh, by the way, hold on, let me show you something because this is cool. You seen this green light right here? Just there we go. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you the funny. Terminal.
That's so funny. Batman.
No, Joker. Why did what? Whoa! That is not what I meant.
Oh,
That's okay. This matter. This is fine. So you're seeing the green light, right? Now let me just cd up, make it here, and let's call it test folder. Okay, that might have not been enough. Test folder. Not RDD. RMD. There we go. Mask. Okay. Damn it, the camera isn't picking it up. Come on. Shit, no, the camera isn't picking it up. The point is,
Are
it's
you
flashing.
okay?
Whoa, nothing happened! The camera isn't picking it up, it's flashing, that's the point. I'm just, shut up. I wanted to do something nice for once and just failed miserably. I'm fine, whatever, see if I care. I do care, that's the problem. I care too much. Okay,
I care about
so
you.
this is not needed anymore. Now, this is the actual mask palettes that we're going to use. So first, we need to... This, obviously. Is this the bottom?
Yeah.
No, this is the top. Ah, almost tricked me. There we go. Bottom part.
I always ask myself every day.
Just pop in the screws. I have no idea what should have happened anyways. No, the LED, the point is it's flashing ever so slightly. It's funny. Which is not visible, doesn't show.
Which is funny.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. Shut up. Screw Swain.
Yeah. Only if you would come up with something so stupid, it's so funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm literally Batman if he was Iron Man and played by Ryan Gosling. Okay, now what we're gonna do is actually a little bit different. That's because we are gonna do the thing right here. However, beforehand, we can actually attach the Raspberry Pi to the mask right away. So that will be literally programming the mask. It is in our ability because we can just do this. Go. Then we just need to screw them on. And how hard could that be? Oh, that is hot. Who would have thought that a PC that isn't cooled in the slightest might get a bit warm? I might need to add cooling.
No, you don't.
And the refrigerator will take care of that.
We actually,
The
I do
cooling
have.
of
You
your
do not need liquid
motherboard would
nitrogen in your
be
mass.
a side product of just cooling your whatever
I do have.
from the coffee.
I do have a radiator, and I do have, a fan meant for cooling.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Fucking hell! You just screw. There we go. Someone's just gonna speak with authority. That's it. Perfect. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is really fucking awesome. I'm literally programming my mask. Okay. No, shite, it's gonna be a bit more difficult. Now we need to add the supports for the top side. I could just print the top and bottom sides a bit larger, and I wouldn't need to add supports manually. Ha!
This is legit like the Technic pieces.
Like what?
Like Lego Technic pieces. You should just buy the fucking
Yeah, just
stupid,
build
like,
it from Legos.
yeah, the stupid connectors like from Lego. You just buy a bunch of them and use them instead of fucking screws.
I mean, in a way, it would work. Just I would be just shite. I prefer screwing.
I mean, Lego is made from painted G, if I remember correctly. So
Katsi,
I mean, they
it's
were like
material.
Cassie, I don't mean to be that guy, but I personally prefer screwing. I have way more
Oh, I know.
experience.
I know, trust me.
I don't think Lego pieces. I
Well, I
don't
have more experience with screwing around and finding out, especially in Katowice after midnight.
Wait, are Lego pieces really from PETG? They feel more like something stronger.
I mean,
PETG.
there's a difference between printed PTG and molded PTG, I guess.
Is there?
Yeah.
I thought that the entire point of naming materials was for
not having layers, which not always have the greatest adhesion, kind of helps with the structure stability.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
I genuinely thought that. Hold on.
Or Jarvis, what are Legos made of?
Jarvis, kill this guy. Holy
Jarvis,
shit!
what is my address?
Holy shit! Iron Man literally
Never
did that.
mind, it's ABS.
Yeah, see, I'm always right. You
Yeah.
and you mortals forget about that.
Just print from ABS.
I would need to buy more. I genuinely, if my videos pop off soon, then I might buy a better printer. No offense, Jesse, you're great. I love you. But
I mean, you just kind of need to build an enclosure, and that's enough.
no, it isn't,
Print ABS.
because A1 doesn't support ABS.
Even a fucking Ender 3 can print with ABS if you build an enclosure.
I have no idea what that
And
is.
Ender 3 is not a great printer.
There we go. Stay up, you little twat. Ah, there we go. If you fucked up the screen, did you really screw it up?
Great dilemma.
If you're a bottom and you fuck it up, did you fuck up? Stop and think or top and twink. That's the age of conundrum. Alright, one last one. Right here. That's what we're gonna do. I'm just doing 3 double ones. Because... why not? Because that's the number I picked. Make it up if I had the concept of a screwdriver. No.
Yeah, that's literally Ryan Gosling in that one movie from 2011.
Yeah, the screwdriver movie.
Screwdrive. I don't sit in while you're hammering it down. I don't. I screwdrive. And then the song plays. The song from the movie Screwdrive.
Yeah, and he screwdrives all
Or
over the
hammering
place.
it down. I don't carry an excavator. I screws right.
Hydrali! Hi, and keep doing it.
So
Thank you. Oh, cheers.
Oh,
Okay, hold on, because I'm almost finished.
You finished work today?
Yeah, I'm.
oh,
always.
wait. I don't carry a nail gun. Fit.
I don't sit in while hammering down. I don't carry a nail gun. I screw drive.
Now that's perfect.
So fucking stupid.
Jarvis, note that down and make sure Buddy says it before self-distracting.
Like, you're a government official working at your station. All of a sudden, one day, a tiny little bot drives in, says, I drive in Ryan Gosling voice, and fucking explodes. For legal reasons, YouTube, that was just a joke. Anyway, there we have it.
Actually, no, it wasn't a joke. We were talking about a recent event on a Gmod server.
Yeah, it was Minecraft. I was talking about the Minecraft movie. Now, there we have it. That is flimsy. But that's because it's only screwed on 2 screws and it's quite loosely. On the other side, we have nothing. But there we go. This is me downloading my consciousness onto an inanimate object. So from now on, whenever I'm gonna execute any code, it's gonna execute on this, which I think is fucking hilarious because, like, I can just download Doom and I can play Doom on my mask.
Ooh.
I think it's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, on the old screen.
My gaming setup isn't in my head; it's on my head. Okay. All right. So what?
You sure about that?
What am I doing now? Oh yeah, right. The code. I forgot. That's what we're doing.
Wait, if you're uploading your consciousness there, isn't the gaming setup in your head?
If I'm uploading the
Out
then I
and
am
on your
No.
head?
no.
at the same
If I'm
time?
uploading my consciousness, then I am in my gaming setup.
Oh,
What is your gaming
that's the other
setup?
way around.
I'm in my gaming setup. Okay, this. Let's try. Let's just copy the code and paste it there and see what it does. Oh no, the I is lowercase, Joes. There we go. I think I'm gonna use that mask for shopping bag. Has a great shopping bag shape.
Does it?
I think Happy is buying clothes at the soup store. Okay, let's try it. Let's be bold. GCC main CLI. No such file directory. Right. CLI. That makes sense. Red line is not a thing. Cool. Good. I'm glad. It was too easy, honestly. Is it something you need to? Yeah. Okay. Is
Going
it?
back to the topic of expanding your mask to the rest of the body, I just imagined you, instead of actually getting a screwdriver, just building a fucking exoskeleton to make your hand twist more rapidly to make screwing with your fingers more efficient.
Yeah, for screwing and nothing else.
I can just imagine that being way more likely to happen when you get a screwdriver. Ah, what a silly thing.
All right. Let's see. See, it's flashing right as I'm downloading. Well, it flashed for a second. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now that it's dark, you can see that.
Cute little guy. Yes, continue.
What'd I miss?
Nothing. I'm just downloading stuff and
Like it was flashing.
I was just flashing.
What? Damn. I even paid for this.
The pelvis mounted screw racket.
Why? Why?
I can't believe this guy doesn't have a shirt that says "Soup Powered Fuck Machine."
Can't find reasons to read
He doesn't have
line.
a shirt. Have you seen his videos?
Yeah, I don't own shares. They're too expensive. Okay, I am a bit confused because even though we got the thing, we still seem to be missing add history and read line and take input, which let's see if I am. Oh fuck, I'm gonna do this. Holy shit, I am incredible. I just nailed that. Right, no, this is. Holy shit! Well, I'll be. It does appear to be. Oh, you can't see, right? It does appear to be a fully functional command line. And I just fixed it. Well, I didn't fix it. Fix it would, like, that would mean it was broken. It wasn't broken, it's just that I did the command that worked. Because I know this language. Okay. So it does appear to be working. Now all we need to do is figure out why.
Can y'all hear that?
No.
What?
No.
Oh, well, I thought it was fireworks, but no, that's actually just rifle fire.
America.
What the fuck is a
Fuck
kilometer?
yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard much of rifle fire
I
in
am-
my like
I
in
live
I-
downtown
in my
city.
city. In my city, it's mainly 9x19, sometimes 357, but no, I don't remember hearing any rifle calibers.
I'm sorry, but like, I live downtown is such a follow up. Oh, you know, in the middle of the city.
Typical gang violence. They usually roll in a tank in an hour. What are you gonna do, really?
Actually, I haven't encountered any gangs or other organizations like that. At least not in my city.
Organizations.
Even though I walk around at nights a lot, but I do occasionally hear
Yeah,
firearms getting discharged.
Yeah.
I've never even heard a firearm getting discharged.
Skill issue.
Would you like to?
Would you like to?
Would you like
Hey,
to
for
use my
Dracula,
firearm?
those are nice high beams. Would you like to see an unregistered firearm?
That is actually a thing you have to worry about here because people
Yeah.
are crazy.
I know. That's what I referenced.
I would know I am people. Wait a minute.
I would know. I'm also people.
Some people shoot your headlights out if you shine them in their face. I would know. I'm that person.
Also, make it. It's not that you haven't heard firearms getting discharged. You just don't like recognize the sounds.
I feel like a loud banging noise would be something I would like figure out.
Well,
There's a lot
I
of different
mean,
kinds of loud banging noise. For
yeah,
example,
like there are
rifle fire, fireworks, me and your mom.
fireworks, firecrackers,
My
bumps,
gay neighbors.
body.
Body rolling into the
So-
body rolling onto the French embassy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I remember correctly, in some states you can get a gun without registration.
I mean, you can build one. You
It's
can
called
make
the
it.
local flea market.
First of all, flea market, yeah. Second of all, when police is making gun buybacks. Some people just buy the guns
Reprint
from
them.
the people. No, not the point. When there are gun buybacks, some people just walk around the line and buy the guns from the people who wanted to sell them to the police for a higher price, so that
That is smart.
everyone wins.
That is quite clever.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't know
Guns,
anything
yeah.
about that
collectors.
strategy.
I mean, like,
I know.
I wish they did buybacks then for more things, like weed, for example.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like, instead of,
Man, I wonder why.
I mean,
That would have been such a great self-report.
I mean, you know, you don't have to look for a dealer. You can just go to a weed buyback program. Just
Ah, yes, you make it selling acid on the street. Oh, what kind is this? DMT, MDMT, LSD? Wrong, sulfuric.
so we got it.
But yeah, the point was sometimes it's a 9x19 getting discharged, sometimes it's a firework, sometimes it's a BMW 36 with a Rura Katanima type
Actually,
exhaust.
Actually, recently, I mean,
Popcorn tunes are stupid.
the what kind of acid that is actually reminded me of something. I was working at night, really having a mental break. It was when I was working in the video, really having a mental breakdown, and then I saw mosquito flying around my office. And so I just stood up and said aloud, "Oh, buddy, you picked the wrong fucking room." I torched him so that he fell down, and then I reached out for my concentrated sulfuric acid vial and just slowly dripped,
Oh my
droplets.
Honestly, if that mosquito would have just bitten you, it would have fucking exploded from the caffeine overdose. But yeah, sulfuric acid also works,
Listen,
I guess.
I really I feel like when it comes to my office, I really take the Konrad Kurz approach of avoiding insects, you know? It's all about sending a
That's fair.
message.
That's fair.
The 92nd wolf built a house out of skulls. It wasn't very stable, but it sent a message.
Yeah.
I like that the wolf is building the house there.
Yeah, I completely tripped over that, but I kept going, and nobody noticed until after I finished saying it.
No, we know we just
I
I
well,
just didn't
fucking
bother.
confused,
yeah.
I just didn't bother
didn't know
pointing that out.
you know, it would be quite rude to like, you know, intersect the punchline. So
Yeah, I normally never like speak when you speak, so you know I always will shut up.
yeah, you never speak.
Demonstrably untrue, but sure.
Okay, in its shell, who needs this many prints? That's ridiculous. that is. Who needs that many prints? That is pointless. Who needs a username?
My brother
That's
in
also
Christ, you
pointless.
put them there.
No, I didn't. I took the code. Okay,
Oh.
so we're just gonna clear it. That's all we're gonna do for the init shell. We're just gonna clear it. No, hold on, because the main is gonna have all of it. Okay, so input string welcome past arguments max list. That makes sense. And right. Arguments piped right. Exec flag 0. Okay, this all checks out, and then this is gonna be clear. Then we don't need the init. Come on, don't be ridiculous. What's the point then? Actually, we do need the init. We're just gonna remake it in my image. Right, so this is gonna be defined in the header file. Right, yeah. This and then CYH.
You know you live in the good part of town when you see a motorcycle go by with a dotted red line following it. Man, I wonder if these incidents were related.
Why is this erroring? What the fuck? There's nothing to error there. That's not even code. That's a macro. I like physically shouldn't be able to error.
Make it find some way.
I know you'll make one.
Alright, so this There we go. That's gonna be init shell. We're gonna have two main functions if we run it right now, which is a problem. Wait, we can't define this. Yeah, no. No, we can't define these. Instead, the exec flag has to be 0, right? Then take input. That's actually a fair bit lot of code. It looked like a much smaller snippet on the website. Well, that's usually how it goes with me. It looks small from afar, but up close, it's a real.
It still looks small.
It's a real pain
Small in
in.
HD.
It's a real pain in the ass. Oh, that's wacky. That is really wacky. I like it though. Well, the while loop is gonna fucking fry my Raspberry. Make it take the wheel so it can find some. Going in cycles. Let make it take the wheel. That's how the saying should have gone. Okay. Alright then. Is there a more clever way to do it?
Probably. Will you do it? No.
No, I should, because this is actually, I really want that to be proper. I do find, okay, this is pretty idiotic that I'm making a command line for a mask. It's like, you know, if you want to execute your commands, then you can just execute your commands in the mask. I can just SSH into it. What am I doing? Wait, no, because I want the program running. Wait, what am I doing? I have an operating system. I sometimes forget. I have an operating system.
The drinking is working, I guess.
Ah,
Mostly the fact that it's past 2 a.m. already. 20 minutes past 2 a.m.
All the best things happen after 2 a.m.
All the best things happen when you're like awake enough to experience them.
what was dreaming?
How because
I liked what.
how can a experience be great if you're not like mentally capable of experiencing it?
I know a couple of weed enjoyers who would deeply disagree with you. Lycan would be livid.
Listen, them disagreeing with me doesn't mean they're right. They're not.
Okay, listen,
The sources that I made it the fuck up.
Lycan joins in 9 in 10 streams high. Lycan does join in more streams high than sober. Remove the CLI. It just hit me. I have a fucking operating system. As funny as it would be to make the command line, we ain't doing it. So let's. Oh, this is gonna be fun. We gotta shine an LED. Ooh. Let's do it. Let's do. Fuck, it's gonna be rough because I won't be able to. This is actually from now on. I won't be able to run it on my own machine, which means we need to do Raspberry Pi 0 W2 control pins with C, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to shine the LED.
Actually, now that I think about it, your counter argument wasn't even a counter argument. It just kind of confirmed what they said. They were in a mental state in which they were able of experiencing something they wouldn't have experienced otherwise. So it kind of proved my point.
No idea what your point was. Oh, pinout command, right? That's what I wanted to try out. Pinout. Oh, I just did quite something. I really like it. Little thing. Aren't they cute? I'm such a technophile.
Wow, you can draw with letters now? That's crazy.
Man, has technology gone too far?
Manual needs towards ASCII.
My goodness! They even did the curvature on the corners. Oh, that is the cutest thing. Alright. Okay, how do you... This is how you do. Okay. Wiring Pi H. Okay, let's try it then. Let's try it. I'm gonna try it by... I just want the main for now. Yeah, whatever. LEDs 2, 14, 17. No, we're gonna have a single LED and it's gonna be 2. Right. LED 2. Was it some kind of complex constant? Yeah. Alright, void blink.
Like, you're really making me sleepy. Was that supposed to happen?
Well, it was supposed to make me sleepy.
Mm.
I mean, Cassie, stop stealing. Right, this delay, no, instead. Okay, let's try it. Pin modes. No, we're not gonna move through it. We're just gonna run it.
I'm gonna go until before I just fall asleep on my own anyway.
All right. Good night then.
Have a calm
Man.
night.
There we go. Then pin modes. Then we're gonna have starting the loop. That's what is gonna happen. And then I just realized how idiotic it is because then every single time I edit anything, I'll have to comment it. I should redo it in Vim. Alright, don't matter for now. Git add a git commit LED test git push. Now what we do is we go in here, we do git pull. Okay, and now we do bash build. And now we get an error. There we go. Fuck. That's one of the worst ones that we could get. Wiring Pi is an Arduino-based library written in C. There has to be a Raspberry Pi OS native way to do things. I refuse to believe. No, I refuse to believe. I just simply refuse to. I don't want to do it with a library. That's terrible. We're just role-playing a fight of an office worker who is about to be fired to raise the company profits, ASMR included. You're welcome.
You have to do with a library? Don't they have like a streaming service for this yet?
Okay, let's do Raspberry OS C. Programming in C or C libraries or whatever. No, I'm looking for official. C++ is okay. Yes, 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 yeah. Oh, that's Pico. Shit. I'm looking for Raspberry Pi OS specifically. How to control the pins, that's quite important. Shite. Just straight up shite. How is there no, like, what the fuck? Just straight up. I mean, what I can do, I suppose, is I can just go to the GitHub link of the library and then see how they did it. Oh, Git link, sorry. Okay. GitHub. Yeah, splendid. You already include wiring pie. Fuck, okay. Where the fuck is the code?
So anyway, I jumped in for like half a minute to prove that I do not exist. Like, lost track of time and stuck around for an hour, maybe something like that. And I'm
Where's that
extremely
noise coming
sleepy,
from?
so I should probably just actually stop existing and get some sleep.
Alright.
Have a cool night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
You heard him too?
Who? No idea who you're referring to.
The guy you said goodbye to that I thought was in my head?
I was saying goodbye to my sanity.
Me too, just now.
Which one
There
of
was
those?
literally no one there, bro. Yeah, that's the joke.
Fuck, self-servo. What is soft servo? Is there a servo library? What next? You're gonna build an entire mask for me and assemble it?
Next page. Oh!
Come on, give me a challenge. I don't like using libraries. I don't like it. I don't like using libraries. I don't like using libraries.
Why?
It's because it's the coward's route, you know? Why use an operating system that someone else made? You can make your own.
Temple OS mentality.
No, I do need to do this, yeah. Pro origin build. Fine. Fucking hell.
Speaking of OS from scratch, I got Arch Linux to work without any outside help beyond guessing. It took me 9 whole hours because I didn't know what I was doing, but it works, I think.
Good. That's good. Shit. Piss. That was helpful. Link wiring from how do you get the lib how do you down the library? Sudo apt install. Oh, wait, Debian, would that work? Sudo apt install. Oh, because I fucking need to down. I'm an idiot. Can I W get it, please? That'll be swell. If I could like. I don't want to build because it's a fucking Raspberry Pi Zero. I'm not gonna build it there. Gimme. What's changed here? Gimme. Which one? Good question. Right. I'm 65, I think.
You could just get them both.
Download it. Slowly. What the hell? My entire Firefox is crashing. Why is this running so slowly all of a sudden? What are development tools doing to it? Okay, no, keep that on. Let's refresh the website then and see if... My goodness. Why are you running so slowly? I refuse to give up.
Running slow, I think that's called walking.
SolidWorks? It might be, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. It might be SolidWorks. I'm guessing and hoping actually. Come on. Yeah, what is the... What are you... Oh, wiring pie. Is that the href? Is that what you're downloading? I hope it is. Okay, because now we can try doing... Wait, is that the thing? Yeah, okay. And then... Right. https://github.com/wiring/releases. Shit. Okay. Right. Why? Not found. That makes sense. This is why. Got it. Ha! Yes! I am so smart and clever.
I should make a worse version of Git. What would be a good name for that?
I should do what?
Shit.
Okay, there we go. Now what? Well, now what we do is we go to the thing, and then we do yeah, we do but it will be sudo apt install selecting wiring pi and self. What? Selecting wiring pi. So that is a package you can already. I'm done. I hate this. Download is performed on sandbox as root as file. Couldn't be accessed by user. Permission denied. Fuck you. What do you mean permission denied? Oh, so I could have done. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am.
I don't think I need to make the worst version. I think we already have it.
I'm. I am an oasis of peace. I am an oasis of piss and misery. Okay, now it was link what now? Link what? What do you link? What do you link? What are you linking? Wait, no, you. Link what? Wiring pi, right? Link wiring pi. Okay. Well, but right here the P is capital because of course lack of. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm doing okay because right here all we need to do is just link wiring pi. Wait, no. Not that. I meant batch build. Okay. We have. Could be worse. because in the function main mask c, okay, it could be worse. Sudo vim main mask. What's happening? We have the main, then we have the LEDs, which makes sense. That is not a thing. That is in fact not a thing. Instead, we need to blink to right, and let's have it blink times. Yes. Okay. So we have the void main declared. Oh, it's because right, no, that makes sense. We have a void, but we're returning a... I'm sorry for the error sound. You're just gonna have to get used to it because it happens a lot. Oh my goodness, actually built. If I do build main, I really should have put in the debugs inside of the loop. You know, it just got me thinking because then I now don't know if it's gonna run or not. So let me just stop it and let's do it. Let's put the... Shut up! Let's put the debugs right here. And we're gonna do it by doing debug. Looped. Oh, because it's one. Yeah. Looped. Okay, let's see how long the debug, the thing takes. That's pretty good so far. Okay. Pin out. Which pin is the GPIO2? GPIO2 is the top one, which means that if I'm not mistaken, and I might be, I'm just kidding, I never am, I'm never mistaken, then basically, as I understand it, I know it's pretty dark, but that's actually gonna do us a favor. Which one would be GPIO 0?
You see, his name is Make It, not Mistake It.
Exactly. Another book, of course. Okay, shucks. Raspberry Pi 0 to pins. Come on. Ah, the image is this. There we go. We have the side of the okay, so that's the side of the reader. Okay, side of the reader, and then what we do is we take an LED, which we have plenty of. If we plug in it on the side of the reader, which is the top right here, okay, that's good. And then if I connect these two together, holy shit, that's good. Okay. Now if I connect second and third, like this. Okay. And then I just leave it dangling, and then I run this. That's pretty cool. Come on. That's pretty awesome.
Wow.
That is...
Is that purple or am I stupid again?
That's pink. I specifically ordered pink, yeah. That's pink. Look at that. This is fantastic.
Maybe they won't just be fireworks.
Oh, this is great. What else do we have on the notes? Shine an LED. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buzzer. That should be easy because buzzer should effectively be the same exact thing except with this instead of an LED. So let's do it. Oh, that's gonna be really annoying once it starts. So what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna modify the code a bit. So we're going to do sudo vim this way, there we go. And we're gonna change it up so that instead of while one, we're gonna have for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 100, 10, I plus plus. And then we're not going to actually run it 4 times because that's dumb, we already have a for loop. We're going to delete this. There we go. And then we're going to change the delay from 30 to 100. So you can see it better. invent it. Now let's do the dumb thing and let's just connect the buzzer to it without anything. Because why would we?
Calling you right now, A flat.
Okay, so so we're gonna. I could do different pitches actually with this. It runs pretty quickly. Why is the connection at the end such a tiny little speck? I know you can't see it because it's dark, but like, trust me, it's small. I would know. Trust me, I would know. I'm not gonna connect a buzzer. Actually, that's idiotic. I'm not gonna connect a buzzer. It has the same thing as an LED. Instead, what we should do is we should do a button. A button would be more fun. And the button would be useful because a button would then allow us to do more fun stuff in the future. Would small make it? My penny. Slide your pennies in the vending machine of love. And golden star to anyone who gets that reference. It's not from Westworld.
Is it postmodern love? Whatever?
Second guess solid once again, but no.
Dang.
You know what would be the main problem
Is
here?
it something else obscure and only theater kids would get?
Yeah.
Ah, Dear Evan Hansen?
No, but I like that actually. Dear Evan Hansen, thank for every note you sent. Dear Evan Hansen, I'm just glad to be your friend. Our friendship goes beyond your average kind of bonds, but not because we're gay, yeah, not because we're gay. We're close, but not that way. The only man that I love is my dad. Well, anyway, I'm getting better every day. You're getting better every day. You're getting better
Tells me
every
Mickey was a theater
day.
kid in high school. Yeah, the only things that have changed is he's no longer in high school and he's no longer a kid.
Your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely me. Great song.
I'm
Alright.
so glad you finished it before the bad part.
My sister son. Okay, so
What the heck?
my bad. Okay. What do now? You know what my biggest issue at the moment is with this? Connecting the pins to it. That's because to connect the pins, don't want to solder anything to it because, well, it's a Raspberry Pi Zero. It costs like $15. That's a lot for me. So I don't want to solder any pins. So we need to make like a separate connector, so that then we can easily take that connector, plug it onto a breadboard, and then once we have it on a breadboard, we can easily do all sorts of developments with it. So, connector A. That's quite something. First of all, a breadboard. There we go, bread. Then, jumper pins would be especially nice. I don't have any. Oh fuck. So I don't know how else I'm gonna connect the GPIOs. I should I'm an idiot. I should have like a separate Raspberry Pi Zero just for this. A development Raspberry Pi Zero on which I'm gonna develop stuff. And then once I'm done developing, I can plop it onto the mask. And then that can just work. I'm entering a bit of a pickle because monetarily I've reached a point where I cannot afford to just spontaneously buy another Raspberry Pi Pico. However, it would be really convenient to have a backup. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's the pickle. I guess I will need to just use my backup Raspberry Pi Pico. I also got a bunch of pins just for this sort of thing. Okay, so...
Acupuncture! Wait, no. Sewing!
What the fuck? Okay, so we plug them into the breadboard and they really don't want to go in. Why don't you want to... Fine. We're gonna do it the hard way.
Maybe the breadboard needs to shower first?
Maybe it's the breadboard I've set on fire. I don't think it should be.
Why would you do that? You need those?
I mean, that was a long time ago. It was like
That does
2
make
weeks.
it better.
The whole 2 weeks, alright. I was a different person back then. No, it just doesn't go in. Shucks. Very convenient for me if it went in. Do I need to solder those in order for it to work? Okay, right here we need to snap them away. Oh, that was really easy, okay. Oh, and a perfect hub, which means we can just like snap them all in. There we go. Look at that, we got all the pins, how convenient. But we will only use one side because the other side, that's a bit much. Technically I should solder them. Practically... Oh my god, this is the breadboard I've set on fire. Okay, well, not done, not that one. Backup breadboard. That was a decoy breadboard, that's what it was.
Of course, of course. I didn't want it anyway. You
Yeah, it was just a decoy, you know. That's just in case I set my breadboard on fire. I just have that one as a decoy though. So that I set a decoy breadboard on fire and then I don't harm the actual.
It even fooled you.
Yeah, and also this was my decoy Raspberry Pi Zero, which Raspberry Pi Pico. You know, in case I was gonna fry a Raspberry Pi Pico, it was just there as the decoys. I would think that I wouldn't think I was gonna fry one. Okay, so we have. I need to reinstall the operating system on it in order for it to work. Shit, I forgot about that part. Okay.
Why don't you just keep the operating system on the SD card and move the SD card over?
Yeah, that is also something I could do.
That seems like it would make a lot more sense.
You know what I'm curious of though? If I unplug it, if I'll be able to SSH back from this device. Like if I move the SD card, plug it into power, if I'll be able to SSH into it.
It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Well, it's because of the MAC addresses.
But it's a Raspberry Pi.
So what?
It's not a Mac.
Man, that catfish is big. That's not a cat. Oh, right. So, yeah, we can try it. Worst case scenario.
Nothing is funnier than sleep deprivation humor.
Okay, so a MAC address is an address that all devices have.
I know what a MAC address is.
Do you?
The joke was right. The joke was right there. Come on.
I don't. You see, I don't even know if you're joking or if you're being genuine. Let me see. Yeah, this by the way is dead because I turned off the device, which means it's not gonna respond. Now we're standing
Yeah,
on.
MAC address is like a unique signature for all the hardware in a device. The IP address is like what the software looks like to the internet, for lack of a better term.
No, the
I know they're different. I know one's important.
MAC addresses are unchanging. IP are changing.
Yes.
Maggie, I just found out you can make... Oh, Lycan! Speaking of, I've mentioned you before on the stream. I found out you can make flammability from benzene without an extremely shitty yield, surprisingly. Phenylphthalein. Phthalein. What is...
Isn't that what Venom needs to eat in the movies? If you haven't seen Venom, you should. It seems like the kind of movie you'd love, by the way.
Why? Oh, right.
Well, you were a theater kid.
Right, that's why. Okay, okay. I can see why you're interested, Lycan. Wow, Lycan, that is. Huh. Still on that road, are we?
They just have a really stuffy nose. I don't know what you want.
I know that shape of a molecule. Okay, it should be on. Let's try it. SSH. It should be still the same IP address. Make it at 192.168.107. Shit. Yes. Yes. Holy shit! It worked. Okay, there we go. So now we can just take this and we can hope that the pins hold. Because if the pins hold, then all is well. Main mask. Okay, and then in here we switch from a 2 to a what? What do we switch to? Black Thunder. What do we switch to? What do we switch
You
to?
don't want my answer. You should make a tracker for the speaker you still haven't hooked up. So you can play music like the Make It theme through that speaker.
What? Wait, is that a speaker? Oh, it is a speaker. Never mind, I thought it was a buzzer. Raspberry Pi.
I mean, all speakers buzz if you use them wrong enough.
Yeah, but not all buzzers speak, you know.
They speak to me. Wait, that means something else.
14. Remember that number.
What number?
No, you don't need to remember it anymore. Already out of it.
I'll never know.
Okay, now we do bash build ASH. Blended build main. Oh, this ain't flashing. Now the question remains: is it no multiple points of failure? Strike again.
And all at once, too.
Okay, is it because like if I plug this in? I'm glad I'm just connecting random pins, by the way, on it. That's a phenomenal way to fry hardware.
Yeah.
Okay, so this works. So now
On
is
another
it?
note, I ended up fishing today. It was the first time I ever caught and held a live fish. Ah, how was it?
Did you feel the thrill of the kill?
Or was it still alive and you ate it anyway? There's something awfully interesting in the meme channel. Dear God, what could it be? Oh, this. Okay, yeah, I've been on that.
What have you been on? I wanna
The
see.
memes channel. I've been looking at all the channels every now and again. Oh, that's close.
Dude's been named Will but want. What was the context for that?
The context for what?
The thing you've sent.
Thing I sent?
Yeah, dude's been named Will but want. What was that about?
The context is you have and like cats. And I saw that and remembered that, so I sent it.
Okay, hold on, I'm running code. Shh!
You laughed, so like mission
Oh.
accomplished?
If I twist it at just the right angle.
If I had a nickel.
Okay, so all I need. This is dumb. What am I doing in my life? I should solder
If I
them.
had a nickel.
I should solder them, but if I solder them, then that's kind of done. But damn it, I could really use the Raspberry Pi Zero for this. Oh, okay. So the thing is like, shit, if I solder the pins, then all of the future development will be much easier. But if I then end up needing another Raspberry Pi Zero, I'll need to buy one, which is expensive.
But like, what stopped you in the past?
Nothing stopped me in the past from buying another.
Exactly. So just buy more.
Well, yeah, but
You're gonna at some point.
But now what's gonna stop me is the fact that I don't have enough to pay my rent this month.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait a little bit. You'll have to finish this project first.
Ew, gross.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna solder it, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow because fuck this, honestly. Also, make it. What did you say earlier? Oh, I said that I mentioned you this stream. I needed an example of someone who's high often.
Speaking of, what are you making with benzene?
No, benzene is chill, but like the the phenethylamine mean.
Yes,
no,
that's what I said. What are you making with benzene?
It's more specific. What's a question? Make it. No, I did not feel any thrill killing any fish. I was a bit saddening as I tried to make sure the deaths were quick.
This guy doesn't like killing animals? What's wrong with him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I also prefer like quick kills. I don't want them to suffer. That's why I usually use high concentrations of uric acid. You don't want them to suffer too long.
Oh yeah, speaking of, I haven't heard the cat.
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, what do you?
Oh.
I feel I made that pretty clear.
Oh no, that's terrible.
I feel like I made that pretty clear. The cat is gone.
It was like a.
It's been gone for
But
days.
like for real, was it like a foster thing or?
Was that?
You don't know what you don't know what a foster home is?
No.
You're holding on the cat until someone adopts it permanently, or did you literally just get it to
Wait,
kill it?
you hold on to cat someone adopts it. Like, you get it from who?
You find it, like,
Or like on the street?
and I guess that's one way of doing it.
Wait, so there are people who find cats on the street, keep them, and then try to like sell them to other people.
They don't necessarily sell them, but they like. This is America. We gotta make a business out of everything.
This feels like a hunting, like hunter
You're the
gatherer
one who
lifestyle.
dissolved a cat in sulfuric acid.
I thought
okay?
it was
Like,
acid proof.
what made you think that?
I don't know. It seemed pretty basic.
You of all people should know that bases and acids mix way too well.
Make it bias cats. Yeah, it's the golden rule. Listen, biochemists use rats, chemists use rabbits, physicists use cats. That's just how it works.
Yes.
I don't make the rules. Why is there a mention in the memes channel? Who does? Oh, there are so many memes I need to.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Can we kill them?
Can I give them the cursed roll, sir?
I don't want them cursed. I want them brutally murdered.
Well, I can't do that for you. I've tried. Unfortunately, the only way you're gonna get that is to give me the senior moderator permissions. Best you're getting is kicked or banned.
Ah, what should I ask? Oh yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow, right?
The ban button isn't enough. I need to kill the motherfucker myself.
What is this module? I don't remember this module at all. That's not the module I was
layer
looking
tag
for.
in my gas tank.
What is this module? I genuinely don't remember it. Alright, whatever. That's not the one I was looking for. I just found this one. Okay. This is the one. Right. This is what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna plug this into the Raspberry, and we're gonna have a microphone. We're gonna try to make a microphone thing.
But overall, learning a skill like fishing was enjoyable, for I now know how to use a rod and cast by hand. Well,
That's too easy. Come on, like I'm not even gonna. Like he's trying to reel us in, isn't he? You're welcome for the pun, by the way.
pun intended.
Yeah, very much. You're welcome. There's no tomorrow make it. That should be your mindset make it, because when you wake up, it will still be the same day. The most pointless change of mindset in existence. There is no tomorrow, because when you wake up tomorrow, it's gonna be today for you. Changes absolutely nothing in your life.
Stay up past midnight so there's no tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm done. I still don't feel sleepy, but I also feel exhausted. So I know for a fact I won't be able to do it. We are getting into.
This is the other kind of sleepwalking. You don't realize you're tired until you're about horizontal.
Damn it! I always invent shit when I sleepwalk. Same as when I'm drunk.
Well, that's why I said the other kind of sleepwalking. Not the I was asleep and then I
This is
started
so-
walking, but
this
the
is
I was
so-
walking and then I started sleeping.
This is so annoying. Drunk make it is wild, by the way. You know how annoying it is? You get a couple of jacks, and then all of a sudden you wake up and there's like a plutonium reactor with feds knocking on your door. It's a mess. It's truly a mess. That's why I don't drink. I don't drink because I invent when I drunk invent. The last time I did drunk invention, I made Bannet, alright? It's not dangerous
You
stuff.
should drink more. If you haven't tried it yet, this might be out of your budget, but if you haven't tried it yet, you gotta try Angel's Envy. It's really good bourbon.
Angel's Envy.
Yeah. It's about twice as much as what you're paying for Jack Daniels, but it's well
Fucking hell, I almost dropped my screwdriver because of that. Jack Daniels is already too expensive for me.
Jack Daniels is like $20.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, you're not supposed to
This
drink the
thing
whole
is
damn
cheaper.
thing.
Oh wait, you're not? What's the fucking point of buying a full bottle then? I
Well,
paid for the full bottle.
Don't chug Angel's Envy, for starters. It's a bit stronger.
One of us clearly doesn't know how to drink alcohol.
One of us can drive drunk. The other can't drive at all.
I feel like, from a legal point of view, both of us can drive drunk as well. Also, I think drunk make it would be a much better driver than sober make it.
Let's find out. Buy a car.
Let's find out the next episode.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I get pulled over.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I get pissed.
Tonight on Bottom Gear, I get pissed drunk and refuse the Uber home.
They should make like Uber but for drunk drivers. Not for people who don't want to be drunk, but like for drunk drivers. So like you order an Uber, a guy pulls up and then leaves the car.
I think that's called a car rental.
Yeah, but when you want for
A
drunk
valet
people.
service. Did you know 1 in 5 people get into an accident while drunk driving? Which means this is a 4 in 5 that ruin it for everyone else.
Drunk driving discrimination.
It's the drunk crashers that ruin it for me.
I'm done. No, I'm going. That's it. I am tucked out. Tomorrow we're gonna do this. It's gonna be fun. Trust me. We're gonna.
There is
What?
the 6th.
The what?
You said tomorrow. It's like 2 a.m. for you, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. Who cares? I don't.
When I wake up, first thing I do, straight back to this. Sorry, no, for you, gay back to this.
Yeah, exact. Thank you. I feel appreciated now. All right then.
Sorry, I'm trying to be better about that.
Yeah. Anyway, everyone, that was something. Truly, I can't deny that. And for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.